What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. This video contains a tariff. I'm putting a 95% tariff on this video. I'm not taking sides here. I'm not on the United States or anywhere else in the world side, but I'm just going to do my part in the trade war. So, a lot of you seem to be really confused about what tariffs are, which is why we're seeing people with, on social media talking about tariffs, tariffs this, tariffs that, how tariffs work, what tariff this is gonna, what tariff is this, and how it's gonna impact, and I think if I could settle the confusion here, it would really solve a lot of issues. A lot of people, I hope, are gonna see this video and learn, you know, what tariffs are, and because I think it's important into in the environment that we're in right now, to really learn what tariffs are, and not hop on social media and just assume that it's going to be really bad or really good for the world if we have this tariff on this country. So, what a tariff is basically this, and this is going to seem really complex at first, but I'm going to break it down for you so that it's easier to understand. All right. So, and then after we sort of go into what tariffs are, I'm going to give my own in depth, really, analysis on the types of tariffs that we're seeing today, um, and how they're going to impact different countries like the United States and China, you know, countries like that. So let's get started here. I have a few things that I've written down here on my piece of paper that I've collected so far. I've done some research on what a tariff is, good enough amount, and it's going to amount to basically this. A tariff. Okay, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? A tariff. We get to brass tacks here, when we break it down, the simplest explanation I can get. Okay, now hold your horses. Okay, hold your horses, because you're really gonna understand what a tariff is here. Listen, a tariff. All right, number one, the first thing we have to understand about a tariff is, I mean, it's kind of complicated, but at the same time, it's really not. I mean, once you understand the basics. Oh, this my is my ring light dying here? It is. Um, when you really get to understand what a tariff is, you really start to get a better scope on economics in general, in all sorts of different parts of the world. So, enough talking. Enough talking. Tariffs. Number one thing you have to understand is, and I I'm dragging on a little bit. I'm not really getting to it, but this is really important to understand before we get into tariffs, because this is going to help you learn and understand this video. A lot of people don't understand my videos. A lot of people just listen for 30 seconds and then just assume that I'm out of my mind. But you really have to sit down and take some time to really listen to what I have to say. So, what I have to say about tariffs is, I think, really beneficial for society, honestly. So, okay, all right. Skip all that. Skip all that. Tariffs. Tariffs. So, first thing about tariffs is that when you break it down, when you really break it down, like really break it down, like we get break it down. Maybe like to this much, or like this much, this much. Okay. Now, the first thing you're going to learn, it's really small thing about tariffs here. I have it right now. I'm going to read it to you in like 30 seconds. I'll get to it. But tariffs, number one, really small, minute detail about tariffs that's going to help us really jump start into this topic is, it's a really really small factor when we're talking about global economics, okay? So, but all these really small factors build up. Okay, okay. So, 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 anyway, so, so, the first, the first, the first little minute detail is that when we have a lot of little minute details, like here and here and here and here, you really have to sort of piece them together to really understand the first really important concept that we're going to learn today. Now, I don't know, I might do another video on this um, another day. Who knows? Maybe I'll explain tariffs. I'll really get into the gruesome, bloody details. All right. So, but first, it's important. You can't skip this video. You can't skip this video because it's going to get interesting. It's gonna get interesting. You're gonna want to watch the next one after I explain what tariffs are. In a second, right in a second. I'm going on for 6 minutes. I guarantee you, within 10 seconds, I'm gonna get to the tariffs thing. Okay, so got a lot of really small, minute details. So, big picture. We're gonna start big picture so that we can get to the really big details. Okay, big picture. Now, when it comes to tariffs, the big picture is basically this. There's a lot of complicated stuff in this big picture. All right. So, the big picture, all right, the big picture. That's fun to say. Big picture. 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 Say that 10 times fast. Anyway, so I'm rambling. I'm rambling. This is what we do on the Flipside Vids channel. But anyway, so don't think about fast forwarding this video anyway. It's getting to like 7 minutes, but this is gonna be a while here. We're gonna be here for a while. So if you're driving or if you're operating heavy machinery, whatever, now's the time to really listen in. All right, really sort of just dedicate yourself to this video because what I'm gonna say about tariffs here is really big. A lot of people don't realize this about tariffs, and it's really important. Now, what was I gonna say about tariffs? Okay, all right. So, what was it? It was on the tip of my tongue. Tariffs. Basically, all right. So tariffs. Number one, the definition of a tariff